Hi there, welcome to Peg's Space Bytes. Today's Space Byte is about important space race events that occurred during 1962. Enjoy. On June 14, 1962, the European Space Research Organization, ESRO, and the European Launcher Development Organization, ELDO, were established. The European Space Research Organization was created to provide opportunities for European nations to collaborate peacefully on space research and technology. Its focus was to work on developing spacecraft. The countries involved in the European Space Research Organization were Belgium, Denmark, France, the Federal Republic of Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. 3 countries, Austria, Norway, and Ireland, were granted observer status. ESRO created a sounding rocket program and 3 satellites. It also established a science program and a satellite applications program. The European Launcher Development Organization's focus was on developing a launch system. The organization was established to create a satellite launch vehicle for the European nations. ELDO had 10 successful launches. Both ESRO and ELDO are not in existence today. On July 10, 1962, NASA launched Telstar 1 from Cape Canaveral, Florida. This was the world's first communication satellite and the first commercial payload in space. The satellite transmitted the first television signals across the Atlantic Ocean on July 12, 1962. The signals originated in Andover Earth Station in Maine and were relayed to a telecom center in Brittany, France. Some of the television images that were transmitted were President John F. Kennedy, the American flag waving, and Mount Rushmore. Telstar 1 proved that it was feasible to transmit information via satellite. Telstar 1 operated in low Earth orbit and was only operational for a couple of months. It only transmitted television signals for a short period of time, but that was enough to pique the imaginations of people worldwide. Telstar 1 facilitated more than 400 transmissions while in orbit. It stopped transmitting images in November 1962, when the radiation caused the onboard electronics to fail. Cosmos 7, the Soviet Union's first successful spy satellite, was launched on July 28, 1962. The purpose of the satellite was to study outer space, Earth, and its upper layers in its orbit around the planet. Scientific data and measurements were relayed back to Earth during its orbit. United States launched Mariner 2 on August 27, 1962 at 6:53 Universal Time Coordinated from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. Mariner 2 was the first successful interplanetary flyby. It took Mariner 2 close to 4 months to reach Venus on December 14, 1962. It had multiple scientific instruments on board, including radiometers, magnetometers, cosmic detectors, and a spectrometer. The goal was to research the planet as it flew past. Not only did it make many discoveries about Venus, Mariner 2 was also able to measure solar wind. Its mission ended on January 3, 1963. President John F. Kennedy gave his memorable speech, "We choose to go to the moon," at Rice University in Houston, Texas on September 12, 1962. In that speech, President Kennedy stated, "We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept. one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win, and the others too. Canada launched its first satellite named Alouette 1 aboard a NASA Thor Agena B rocket on September 29, 1962 at 2:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from the Pacific Missile Range in California. Canada was the first nation to design, build, and launch a satellite into space after the United States and the Soviet Union launched theirs, which meant that a newcomer entered the space race. The satellite was 319.67 pounds, which is equal to 145 kilograms, and had an orbit of 621.4 miles, which is equal to 1,000 kilometers. Its main objective was to monitor the ionosphere. Initially, the mission was scheduled to last 1 year, but Alouette 1 ended up completing a 10-year mission instead. It produced over 1 million images of the ionosphere during that time period. I hope you enjoyed this Space Bite about the important space race events that occurred during 1962. Join me for the next Space Bite, which will be about Valentina Tereshkova. Remember, endeavor to discover new horizons and challenge yourself to reach for the stars. See you next time. Bye-bye.